Good morning, students. Today, in civics part, the Indian Constitution, we are going to discuss this part, preamble of our Constitution. And last day, we have discussed this part, that is the problems faced during the making of Constitution. Okay. And now today, we discussed from this part that preamble of our Constitution. Now first, what is preamble? The preamble is the introduction to our Constitution. So you know, when you are coming to, we are joined in new way in the school or wherever, teachers or who is the head of that institute, they have asked you that you students please introduce yourself. So that time what you say, I am, that means your name, my name is this, my father's name is this, my mother's name is this, I live in here, here and here. So this is the introduction part. That means from where we came to know about you. So here also where we came to know about the Constitution, and this is the introduction. So that is the preamble. It contains all the objectives of the Constitution. So in preamble have all these the objectives. This one box is given and has written something that we, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens. So first, this is this introduction given by the Constitution. Actually, Constitution given its own introduction. That what is Constitution? That we, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens. Next, justice, social, economic and political, liberty, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality, equality of status, that means we all are equal. So equality of status and opportunity and to promote among them all. Fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution. So this is the preamble of India. Maybe question will come that write the preamble of our Constitution. That time you have to write this total from here to here. Okay, students? Now, we the people of India refers to the fact that the people of India have decided to form this government and have also framed the Constitution. So, we are the people, those who are the people of the India, actually they refers to the fact of the people that India have decided to form this government. So, India formed the government. As India formed the government, that is why it is a democratic government. Okay, because we people are choose our representative and we given the vote, and through the election we choose our representative or the government and have also framed the Constitution. So we all the people of India actually make the Constitution. Let's understand the meaning of other words. Okay, so whatever words actually we have, whatever words we have we have learned it, that sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. Okay, justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. So all these actually now we came to know about this word. First is sovereign. sovereign. Now, what is the meaning of sovereign? It means that India is a sovereign country. That means the supreme power. Okay. Okay. So, it means that India is a sovereign country. It is free from an external control and has its own internal as well as external policies. So, sovereign means actually the supreme power and which actually free from any external controls and has its own internal as well as external policies. Next is socialist. Next part is socialist. The word socialist was added in the preamble in 1976. So before that it was not there. So in 1976 through 42 amendment actually it was put it or it was added in the constitution, in the preamble, sorry. Socialism means, what is the meaning of socialism? Socialism means freedom from all kinds of exploitation, be social, political or economic. Okay, so whatever it means that freedom from all kinds of exploitation. Exploitation, we know that suppose anyone means misbehave with me or exploit us in socially, politically or economically, so that from that we are free actually. Now it envisages a time when there will be equitable distribution of national income to all sections of the society. Now let me rub and then just let it up. Yes. So, equitable distribution of national income to all sections of the society. This means, what is this sentence mean? This means that the gap between the rich and the poor would be bridges. Okay, so they tried to put one bridges that how we can move towards, means those who are the poorer and those who are the richest, how they mixed it together. So they try to make one bridge. Now the next part is secular. The word secular was also added in the preamble in 1976. So same as 1976, the secular word also added through 42, 42nd, 42 or 42nd, whatever the same amendment. It emphasizes, that means here I have told that it emphasizes that there is no state religion in India. That means not a particular religion followed by the state. Okay, so that means there is no state religion in India. Further, 45th amendment lays down that all religions are equal and all citizens, irrespective of their religion and religious faith, are equal before the law. For that reason actually there were no particular religion in the state. Okay, that means state actually respect all the people, all the religion of the people, all the people, those who are belong from the others religion. Okay, so everybody are the equal before the law. Now our next point is democratic. India has a democratic form of government. Elections are held after every 5 years. Okay, we know everybody, and people cast their votes to elect their representative. Just before few days ago actually it already happened. So you all know, freshly you know about this. Who form the government? People participate in elections at all levels, that is central, state and local level. One person, one vote. This is the main thing of the election. One person, one vote. In the system is the system that is followed in India. Every person who is 18 years of age or above has the right to vote, irrespective of caste, creed, gender or religion. That means only we need that 18 years old people or the above age, and we have to follow that each person one vote. That means one person one vote. So only this is the rules of the election. This is known as universal adult franchise. So maybe this is actually very important question in our exam, that what is universal adult franchise. So that time we will write that the elections are India has democratic. Okay, from here you can write India has a democratic form of government. Elections are held after 5 years and people cast their votes to elect their representatives who form the government. People participate in elections at all levels, that is central, state and local levels. One person, one vote is the system that is followed in the India. Every person who is 18 years old, or you can say from here also, okay, this answer you can write from here also, that every person who is 18 years of age or above has the right to vote, irrespective of caste, creed, gender or religion. This is known as universal adult franchise. Okay, so if question will come, what is a universal adult franchise, you will write from here to here. Okay. Now you can see here that there are a few questions are there, so we will solve it later. Now we came to know about this word meaning, that is the republic. Okay. India is a republic. This means that the head of state is elected by the people either directly or indirectly. Okay, so in India is a republic, we know, but what is the meaning? It's meaning that head of the state. Who is the head of the state? He is elected by the people either directly or indirectly. The president of country is the head of the republic. This is very important question. You must put the underline. So president of our country is the head of the republic and is indirectly elected by the people. So he is indirectly elected by the people. Now next is the justice. This is very common thing. It ensures social, economic and political justice to every citizen of India. So for everybody, laws are same, punishment is same, justice is same. Social justice means no discrimination against any citizen based on caste, creed, color, religion, etc. So social justice means wherever and whenever you judge any person, so you have to keep it in your mind that he is or she is only citizen in the India. So don't discriminate him or her on caste basis, creed basis, color basis or religion basis. Okay. Economic justice means no discrimination between man and woman on the basis of the income. So there are few divisions. This is the social justice. This is the economic justice. So economic justice means you cannot be discriminated between the two people the basis their income, okay, basis their wealth and basis their economic status. And political justice. Now last is the political justice. What is the political justice? It means equal, free and fair opportunities for the people to participate in political process. So we can join in political party, whoever we can want, we can join in political party. Okay, there is no discrimination. Now the next part is liberty. It means freedom. Freedom from where? Of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. So from all this part, if you are means your mind is free, means independent, that you are called the liberty, okay, liberal minded. Next, the equality. Same. It envisages a society where there is no discrimination on the basis of religion, caste, creed, color, gender, religion, etc. And all citizens are equal before the law. So all are equal before the law. This is the main thing of this word, of this word's meaning. Next, the fraternity. It means the feeling of brotherhood towards one and all. Okay, this is very important. That fraternity, it means the feeling of brotherhood. Okay, that means you think that he is my, that means don't differentiate it in religion. Okay, Hindu, Muslims, Sikh, no, don't do it. So don't discriminate between the religion. Okay, in between the religion. So we have to think he is also my brother, he is my sister. So this is called the brotherhood feeling. Okay, so brotherhood towards one and all. So students, here actually we can complete our this part, that is the total meaning or total meaning of the introduction part of the preamble. Now this next part, that is the salient feature of Indian Constitution, this part we will discuss in our next video, next class. Thank you.